All right, let's jump right into it, Pat. It's hard to believe we're just 63 days away from the start of the season. So how do you feel this offseason went for you and also the team to get everyone geared up for a third straight Super Bowl appearance, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it went well. We brought in a lot of new faces, but we still have the same old ones that have been doing it. So we've kind of built this culture of trying to go out there and be great every single day. And I feel like we got a lot of young guys and guys around the league that have had success that are ready to go and ready to try to make another run at it.
Pat, as competitive as you are, how often do you replay last year's Super Bowl loss, just in your head on a daily basis, driving in the car to the stadium, wherever you might be?
I think I did a little bit more right after the game happened. At this point, I'm at the point where I'm ready to go for this next season. I think that's the best thing about this league is that you start from scratch every single year, and we have the team and the players to make a run at it. We just have to put in the work every single day.
That offensive line was rebuilt going into this season, but how much would you think? I mean, this is what I've said, and I wonder if you feel the same way. If your offensive line is healthy, you win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, man. You would hope that you go out there and play better, at least. I feel like we didn't put our best effort out there. But at the end of the day, that was a great football team, and they were better than us that day. And so now we have to find ways to make ourselves better so that when we get in that game again, we can come out on top.
Pat, another one of your quarterback colleagues, Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know you've done some State Farm commercials with him. Has he said anything to you about his situation or unhappiness in Green Bay, or what do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't said anything to me about that. Usually when we're shooting those things, we're just focused on that and kind of how our lives are going. Yeah, it's a weird situation. Great organization, a great football player, and they're not seeing eye to eye. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure that whatever happens, both Aaron and the Green Bay Packers will be just fine.
You're next.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
No, hey,
That's
here we
right.
go.
I don't want to jump in. I got a million questions. If you want, I'll just keep going.
No,
and
I
ask
didn't
you
hear
questions.
anything. So look, Pat, when you think about Eric Bieniemy and what he was quoted saying for the past few years that, have been through the interview cycle and basically not getting a job or an opportunity to really get a job, what do you say to Coach, about the opportunities that could potentially come his way in the near future?
Yeah, I think he has that mindset that even if he doesn't get a job that he thinks that he should have gotten, he's going to come into work every single day and he's going to grind. He's a true leader as a coach. I think that's the biggest thing. Every single day, he's going to have that energy. He's going to make sure that everything's detailed up. And I know when he does get his job, that's well deserved. That's going to be a successful franchise. So hopefully it's not in the AFC.
So as you're talking about going for another Super Bowl this year or playing for it, you can't wait to get back on the field in doing that. Competition, not just for the Super Bowl. You went up against Tom Brady. You see where he is at this point in his career. It's not the first time you've played him in of course, the playoffs. But is there a bit for you of a rivalry? Is there something in your mind where you're like, I'm chasing this guy. I want to be greater than him, better than him? Can we one day have that LeBron-Michael Jordan debate with you and Tom Brady?
I mean, it's still early for the LeBron and Michael Jordan stuff. But for me, if you're in this league, you're trying to win. You're trying to be the best player on that football field every single day. Tom's done it for a long time, and he's won a lot of Super Bowls. And so when you're coming up and you're watching football, you want to go out there and win championships like he's done. And so I'm going to try to do whatever I can to every single year put us in position that we can win a lot of championships, hopefully.
Hey, I was watching your Twitter account, and I appreciated what you put out there. You tweeted support for sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson after she was left off the team for a positive marijuana test. She will not be in the Tokyo Olympics. Many high-profile athletes shared your sentiment, wishing that she was just given the chance to run. So what sort of changes, if any, would you propose so that this type of situation can be avoided in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into the finer things as far as the marijuana and all that different type of stuff. But I do think, I mean, the rule was in place that she was at least able to run the 4x1. And for her to be left off after all the hard work and dedication that she's put into the sport, and her to be one of those bright young stars for the USA. It's just disappointing that she got left off after she put in the work, even though she made a mistake like we all make mistakes. And in whatever way that is, to give her an extra almost ban to not let her be at the Olympics at all is pretty ridiculous to me.
Pat, I think I interviewed you 3-4 years ago about your haircut, the style in which you were wearing, and now it's 3-4 years later. You still rocking the same haircut, or are you gonna change it up a little bit this year?
Oh, I got to keep rocking it, man. We win a football game, so I got to keep that thing rolling. I did tell my fiance Brittany that at some point I can't be like 40 with the mohawk and the kid like 15 years old. So I told him at some point it's got to go.
Take the hat off, man. Let me see if it's the same.
No, you can't look at it right now, man. Not with the hat on. I'll show you a little bit of the back, but it's all matted down.
So
Once the hat's on,
there.
it stays on.
So when you're sitting in front of some water, is that where all your golf balls are going in that water? Is that what you're trying to do? Find them balls that you're shanking?
You know, man, I'm really good at hitting it on the right spots when you miss. So, like, if I have a lot of room to the right, I just slice it to the right. So if it's to the left, I hit it to the left. I try to stay from losing golf balls. But hopefully we have a good weekend of golf. I'm out here with Coors Light. We're enjoying it, and it's going to be a lot of fun either way how the golf goes.
But Patrick, I'm twice your age, and yes, the mullet wouldn't look good now on me, so I'm sure when you reach 50, you'll probably say the same thing. I probably need to change it up. But everybody's copying the hairstyle, so you started something, no doubt about it. On the golf side of things, we've seen the match. Aaron Rodgers was playing in it earlier this week. Tom Brady as well has done it a couple of times. If you could pick a pro that you would want to take on Mickelson and Brady, who would it be?
I think the two guys that come to mind probably be Brooks Koepka or Justin Thomas. I think those are the two that I'd probably choose, and hopefully we can make that happen maybe next offseason.
All right, Patrick. So lastly here, since you're here on behalf of the American Century Championships, I got to finish this with a hard-hitting question. We have to ask, if you could give us your dream foursome to play around with, whether celebrities or PGA pros or fellow pro athletes, who are the three players Patrick Mahomes picks to join him on the golf course, and why?
First off, I would say Tiger Woods. I mean, you got to say him. He's been great for so long, and I watched him growing up. Then I would say probably Michael Jordan, just because I've heard so many stories about him on the golf course and haven't get to play with him yet. So I might lose some money, but it'd be fun to see that competitor. And then the last one, it's probably going to be Travis Kelce, man. That dude's a great time no matter who we're with. So I think we can have a great time out there on the golf course with those four. Or those three.
MJ, you better bring a duffel bag if it's MJ.
Nice of you to bring your teammate along.
Man.
Patrick,
I have to bring my
thank you
credit
so
card
much.
and, maybe have to make some payments.
Patrick, thank you so much for joining us. It's really great to hear from you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, y'all, from one electric player to